Hey there. Are you over 60 and tired of that nagging back pain slowing you down? What if I told you that you don't need a gym, expensive equipment, or complicated workouts to feel better? In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the only 3 exercises you actually need to relieve back pain, strengthen your core, and move more comfortably every day. These are simple, safe, and designed specifically for seniors, and the best part is you can start seeing results in just a few minutes a day. Stick with me, because your back is about to thank you. When it comes to back pain after 60, many people think that the only solution is complicated workouts, expensive equipment, or hours spent at the gym, but that couldn't be further from the truth. In reality, the body responds incredibly well to simple, targeted movements, and sometimes less really is more. That's why the 3 exercises we're focusing on are so powerful. These aren't just random stretches or generic routines, they're specifically chosen to address the common causes of back pain in seniors, which often stem from weakened core muscles, stiff joints, and underused stabilizing muscles that support the spine. The beauty of these exercises is that they're accessible to almost anyone, regardless of fitness level, flexibility, or previous experience. You don't need to be able to touch your toes, lift heavy weights, or move quickly to start feeling the benefits. All you need is a willingness to commit to a few minutes each day and to move intentionally. The first exercise, the seated abdominal squeeze, targets the deep core muscles that are responsible for stabilizing your spine and pelvis. Many people assume that abdominal exercises are just about looking toned, but in reality, these muscles are the foundation for almost every movement you do, from bending and twisting to standing up from a chair. Strengthening them gradually takes pressure off the lower back, which often bears the brunt of daily stress when the core is weak. The second exercise, the cat-cow stretch, focuses on mobility, which is just as important as strength. Over time, the spine and surrounding muscles can become stiff from years of sitting, reduced activity, or postural habits that place stress on certain areas of the back. This stretch gently moves the spine through its natural range, encourages blood flow, and helps reduce tension that contributes to discomfort. It's a movement that feels subtle but has profound effects when done consistently. The third exercise, the bird dog, strengthens the muscles along the spine while also improving balance and coordination. These muscles often weaken with age, leaving the spine more vulnerable to strain, poor posture, and discomfort. By engaging both the back and the core simultaneously, this exercise builds a support system that makes everyday movements easier and less painful. What makes these 3 exercises truly effective is their simplicity and focus on the most critical areas that influence back health. Instead of overwhelming the body with dozens of exercises, they concentrate on core stabilization, spinal mobility, and back strength, which are the 3 pillars of a pain-free back. Because they're low impact and gentle, seniors can do them without fear of injury, and they can be incorporated seamlessly into daily life, whether at home, in a chair, or on a mat. The results don't come from intensity or complexity, but from consistent practice. Each repetition, each gentle stretch, each small contraction of the muscles contributes to a stronger, more supported spine. Over time, this builds a foundation that can significantly reduce pain, improve posture, and make daily activities like bending, walking, and sitting far more comfortable. Back pain often isn't just about the spine itself. It's about the muscles that support it, particularly the core and the back muscles. Many seniors assume that discomfort in the lower back is inevitable with age, but the reality is that weak muscles are often the root cause of persistent pain and stiffness. The core isn't just the abs you see in fitness magazines, it's a complex network of muscles that wrap around your torso, including the deep abdominal muscles, obliques, and muscles along the spine that provide stability. When these muscles are weak or underused, your spine lacks proper support, and everyday movements like bending, twisting, or even standing up from a chair put extra stress on the vertebrae and ligaments. Strengthening these muscles creates a natural support system that absorbs the forces of movement and reduces strain on the spine. It's not about lifting heavy weights or doing hundreds of sit-ups. It's about controlled, intentional activation of the muscles that matter most. The seated abdominal squeeze is a perfect example because it targets those deep stabilizing muscles without putting pressure on the lower back. When you gently draw your belly button toward your spine, you're training muscles that you don't use in your usual daily activities, and over time, this consistent activation builds strength that supports your posture and helps protect your back. The bird dog is another excellent exercise for back strength because it works the muscles along the spine while also engaging the core. By lifting one arm and the opposite leg, you challenge your body to stabilize itself, which strengthens the back muscles that counterbalance the forces acting on your spine. Strengthening both the core and back muscles in tandem is crucial because it addresses the spine from both the front and the back. Without strong muscles in both areas, one side compensates for the other, often leading to muscle imbalances, tension, and ultimately pain. Consistently engaging these muscles also improves coordination and balance, which is particularly important for seniors, as balance issues can increase the risk of falls and further injury. Another benefit of strengthening the core and back is that it naturally improves posture. Many seniors develop a forward-leaning posture over time due to weakened muscles, and this misalignment places additional stress on the lower back. By building muscle strength, you're not just alleviating pain, you're retraining your body to hold itself in a more supportive and comfortable position. Strong muscles act like a built-in brace, reducing reliance on external supports or medications and giving you more confidence in your movements. And the best part is that you don't need to spend hours exercising to see these benefits. Just a few minutes of targeted exercises, done consistently, activates the key muscles and gradually strengthens them over time. This slow, sustainable approach is ideal for seniors, as it avoids the risk of overexertion or injury while still delivering meaningful improvements in back health. By focusing on strengthening the core and back muscles, you're addressing one of the most common sources of pain, creating a foundation for better mobility, comfort, and overall well-being. As we age, one of the biggest contributors to back pain isn't just weakness, it's stiffness. Our spines, muscles, and joints were designed to move, but over the years, many of us spend long hours sitting, often in positions that don't encourage proper alignment or flexibility. That stiffness builds up slowly, and before you know it, simple movements like bending to tie your shoes, reaching for something on a shelf, or even turning in bed can become uncomfortable or painful. That's why mobility is such a crucial piece of the puzzle when it comes to managing back pain in seniors. Gentle, deliberate movement helps lubricate the joints, stretches tight muscles, and improves circulation, all of which reduce tension and make the spine more resilient. One of the best ways to restore this kind of mobility is through the cat-cow stretch. This exercise might seem simple, but it works wonders because it moves the spine through its natural range, alternating between extension and flexion in a controlled way. When you arch your back in the cow position, you're opening up the front of the torso and relieving pressure in the lower back. When you round into the cat position, you're gently stretching the muscles along the spine and activating the deep stabilizers that support it. Doing this slowly and intentionally, coordinating the movement with your breath, makes the stretch far more effective and comfortable, especially for seniors who may have reduced flexibility. Even if you can't get down on the floor, this exercise can be adapted to a chair, allowing you to reap the same benefits while staying safe and supported. Over time, regularly practicing these mobility movements helps prevent stiffness from settling in, which is often the cause of that nagging, everyday back pain that can make life feel more difficult. Improved mobility also allows the other exercises, like the seated abdominal squeeze and bird dog, to be more effective because your body can move freely and activate the right muscles without restriction. Another benefit of focusing on mobility is that it encourages better posture naturally. When your spine can move easily and the surrounding muscles are supple, it's easier to sit, stand, and walk in alignment. This reduces the strain that poor posture places on the lower back and helps prevent new pain from developing. Mobility exercises are also incredibly empowering because they give seniors a sense of control over their bodies. Instead of feeling limited or stiff, you're actively restoring your body's natural movement, and even small improvements in flexibility can lead to big changes in comfort and confidence. It's important to approach mobility work gently, never forcing a movement or pushing into pain. Consistency is far more important than intensity. A few minutes each day, done with care, adds up over time and can transform how your back feels. By prioritizing mobility alongside strength, you're addressing both sides of the back pain equation. Strength keeps the spine supported, while mobility ensures it can move freely without restriction. Together, they create a foundation that not only relieves existing discomfort, but also helps prevent future problems. allowing seniors to maintain independence and enjoy daily activities with less fear of stiffness or pain. One of the most important things to understand when it comes to managing back pain after 60 is that consistency always beats intensity. Many people make the mistake of thinking that they need to do long, grueling workouts or push themselves to the limit in order to see results. But the truth is, especially for seniors, small, regular movements are far more effective than occasional bursts of effort. The body responds to repetition, to the gentle but consistent activation of muscles, and to gradually improving flexibility over time. When you commit to doing exercises like seated abdominal squeezes, cat-cow stretches, and bird dogs on a regular basis, even if it's just 10 or 15 minutes a day, you're sending a message to your muscles and joints that movement is safe and beneficial. That consistent practice gradually builds strength, flexibility, and stability in the areas that need it most, which over time reduces strain on the spine and alleviates pain. It's also less intimidating than trying to tackle an hour-long routine or a complicated set of movements, which can lead to frustration or even injury. By focusing on consistency, you're creating a sustainable habit that you can realistically stick with, and that's where the real magic happens. Over weeks and months, your muscles adapt, your spine becomes more supported, and movements that once caused discomfort start to feel easier. This approach also reduces the risk of setbacks. When you do too much at once, it's easy to overexert yourself, aggravate existing pain, or create new soreness, which can make you hesitant to continue. Small, manageable sessions minimize that risk, allowing your body to adjust gradually and safely. Another advantage of consistency is that it builds confidence. Every day that you take a few minutes to move, you're proving to yourself that you are capable of improving your back health, and that sense of accomplishment compounds over time. You begin to notice small victories. The morning stiffness isn't as intense, bending down feels less painful. Walking for longer distances becomes possible, and those victories reinforce the habit, making it easier to continue. Consistency also creates a ripple effect throughout other areas of your health. Regular movement encourages better circulation, improves posture, supports balance, and even boosts mood and energy levels. When your body knows it can rely on routine activation of key muscles, it performs better in everyday activities, and you feel more independent and capable. It's also a reminder that progress doesn't have to be dramatic to be meaningful. You don't need to achieve perfection or eliminate pain completely overnight. Each repetition, each stretch, each controlled movement contributes to a gradual, lasting improvement that adds up in ways that are noticeable and life-changing. By making these exercises a regular part of your day, you're not just addressing back pain in the moment, you're creating a foundation for long-term spinal health, mobility, and overall well-being. And the beauty of this approach is that it's flexible. You can fit it into your morning routine, during a break in the day, or even while watching TV, making it easy to maintain without feeling like a chore or a burden. Posture, breathing, and mindset are often overlooked, but they play a huge role in managing back pain, especially for seniors. You can do all the exercises in the world, but if you're sitting slouched, holding tension in your body, or approaching your back health with fear or doubt, you won't see the same results. Let's start with posture. The way you hold your body throughout the day affects how much stress your spine and supporting muscles experience. Slouching, leaning forward, or even standing with your weight unevenly distributed can place extra pressure on the lower back, tighten muscles, and lead to discomfort. By paying attention to posture, you're giving your back an immediate advantage. Even small adjustments, like keeping your shoulders relaxed, sitting with your feet flat on the floor, or imagining a string gently lifting you from the crown of your head, can make a noticeable difference. When combined with exercises that strengthen and mobilize the back, maintaining good posture helps your body stay aligned naturally, which reduces strain and prevents pain from creeping back in. Breathing is another essential piece that works hand in hand with posture. Proper breathing helps activate your deep core muscles, relaxes tension in your spine and shoulders, and improves circulation to the muscles that support your back. When you do exercises like abdominal squeezes or cat-cow stretches, coordinating your breath with movement magnifies the effectiveness of the exercise. Inhale to prepare, exhale as you contract or stretch, and feel the engagement and release of your muscles. Over time, mindful breathing becomes second nature, helping you maintain stability, reduce tension, and stay calm in situations that might otherwise trigger discomfort. Mindset is equally important because back pain can be as much a mental challenge as a physical one. Many seniors develop fear or anxiety around movement, worrying that bending, twisting, or lifting might cause injury. This fear can lead to avoidance, which in turn weakens muscles, decreases mobility, and reinforces stiffness and pain. By shifting your mindset to one of empowerment and patience, you allow yourself to engage with your body safely and consistently. Celebrate small victories: the day you bend with less discomfort, the week you feel more flexible, the moment you walk without stiffness, and use those wins to build confidence. A positive mindset transforms exercise from a chore into a daily ritual of self-care. Combining good posture, mindful breathing, and a positive, patient mindset amplifies the benefits of every exercise you do. It makes the movements safer, more effective, and more sustainable over the long term. You start to notice a change not just in your back, but in your overall presence, energy, and confidence. Movement becomes a source of strength rather than anxiety, and you naturally begin to move more fluidly and comfortably in daily life. This holistic approach is what separates short-term relief from long-lasting results. It's not just about doing exercises. It's about how you approach your body, your awareness of alignment and tension, and your belief that improvement is possible. When posture, breathing, and mindset are aligned with your exercise routine, back pain becomes more manageable, and you set the stage for a healthier, more active, and confident lifestyle that supports mobility, independence, and overall well-being.